Let's play the 12 matches, including 2 rematches at challenger level in the qualifying round of the second Tokyo Open happening in 2020 in Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wildlife Studios. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 365 if you like this video. So this qualifying round takes place between 23rd and 25th of July 2020. The entry fee at challenger level is 2 million coins. The match entry fee is 200,000 coins. I'm going to play with Leo and the high serve. 2 equally strong hands style, but I'm going to start to try with a slightly higher forehand and slightly weaker backhand, depends on the way you see it, and a slightly better serve. Let's try it for the first match, and well, I will adjust afterwards if needed. So, oh my, yeah, a Kaito, very agile Kaito, putting the header straight on. Well, generally I have a hard time versus this kind of opponent. Okay, it doesn't start well. As usual, unintentionally I serve a bit slower during the tournament matches than in the practice matches. I don't know, the swipe can't be so natural, at ease, I would say. It's not so comfortable. There's probably a higher pressure of having to hit secure serves, because you know it's easy to hit a fault at your first serve while trying to hit the big serve, and then at the second serve you can make a double fault. Here it was a lucky ace. So as you can see, having a weaker backhand is not very good, especially because I don't swipe very fast. And well, I think that it would have been better if I put the Basti string on. Here I didn't do that. You wanted to try with the Maestro Monti again. Well, it's not an easy test anyway for the Maestro Monti, because I could have had a better opponent for sure. To try the Maestro Monti, I would have preferred to have a high serve opponent. Yep. Okay. Well, let's try another match with Maestro Monti, and I'm going to change for Kaito. So some subs have asked me to play the tournaments with Kaito. Well, I think that I'm not gifted enough, not skilled enough in that game to play to have a lot of success with Kaito only. I'm not Tommy Kanda, you know, or some other excellent baseliners who can really play very well while countering the high serve. So that's why I'm going to stick to Leo a bit. Here I'm trying with Kaito, but you know, the fact that Kaito has a very weak serve is not helping. And against high serve, big forehand players, it's not very easy. So unless you are named Tommy Kanda or Anteo, you know, some very very good players who can play really well, who swipe very fast. They have this common trait while staying accurate, and who have a great strategy. Well, this is not easy otherwise. So let's talk quickly about this Tokyo Open Bis. So normally it was supposed to be the Sydney Open, and the first Tokyo Open already took place between the 9th and 13th of July 2020, as you know. But the publisher didn't have enough time to update the game with the Sydney Open assets, so they uploaded the Tokyo Open assets instead. So we players are going to play the Tokyo Open for the second time this year, and that's why I'm naming it the Tokyo Open 2020 Bis. Honestly, I think that playing tournaments every week is fun. Really, it's a good occasion to face top players in another context than in Tour 7 and Tour 8 for me. But I also think that the Bullseye Challenge should exist at the same time during the days where players don't play the tournament. So hold on, let's talk quickly about this end of match. It's really a pity because my opponent had very low stamina and I made a mistake hitting there. Yeah, I should play it way down the line instead of cross court. Anyway, that's done. I'm still on my road to find a solution to counter all volley players, not only good volley players, but also the excellent volley players like Professor X, Call Blue, Noam, etc. And to hit them, well, more than 50% win ratio if possible versus them, because this is very tricky. Right now it's very tricky. Versus Professor X, for instance, that's really hard. Well, versus Core Blue, same thing. Versus Noam, I can score points much more than versus Professor X, but well, that's hard. Well, lately I have made some good matches versus Professor X, so that's improving. But I'm not. Yeah, I'm quite confident that I'm going to try to keep trying. I'm not going to give up, on my quest to find the solution. So nothing is going to give me the guarantee that it's going to work, because, well, it depends also now and then on their form too. Sometimes they seem just to play a too good tennis, too good volley game, and that's almost impossible to get past this kind of moving wall near the net. And well, sometimes they seem to be a bit easier to play. I don't know. Well, they are humans after all, so have their flows now and then. Okay. I started the match not too bad, but then, well, you can clearly see the limit of a Maestro Monti versus a Basti string. Playing with a normal special string versus a premium special string has a cost, and here it cost me the victory. I think that I could have done much better if I was playing with Basti string. So let's stop using the Maestro Monti. Enough for now. Let's take the Basti string for the next matches. Oh, Noam. I didn't meet him the previous tournament, so here we meet. Let's try with the Basti string. Well, I can have this critical shot that can hurt a lot, especially when I play with Victoria. Into 8. I say into 8 because, well, there is no capping at level 9, as you know. So Victoria's strong forehand can really mean something. But here, well, it's obviously, well, I would say, more difficult to trigger the critical, because due to the capping, well, the power of the hands, the two hands of Leo should not be enough to trigger it very often. Here it was triggered. So I switched back to two equally strong hands. Okay, that's quite usual to be led 1-4, so not a problem. Let's keep focus. Do no, let's not lose the hope and the will to come back. Try and equalize, and why not to put the opponent in difficult position. Well, it seems to work well here. Some critical can hurt, obviously. Let's go. Bam. Towards one of the two corners. You know what I say in my recommendation. While playing against the volley players. The one that I just published before this tournament. Oh, right. Well, has been a while I haven't beaten one. A really, really good volley player. I don't know. His positioning is always putting me in difficult position, really. It's a nightmare to face him. Anyway, I was lucky to beat him several times before. That was a long time ago, like 3 weeks or more ago. Because first I think that he hadn't finished upgrading on cards, on a good cards for him yet. And secondly, he didn't play that accurately, like now. He has really improved his volley game. His shots, his volley are really, really always coming back in the court very towards different spots that are very well tricky to counter for the baseliners. You know, they are not easy to guess. Unlike a lot of other volleyers who are not at the same level than him or Professor X yet. You can't move your opponent much in anticipation because you don't know exactly where he's going to return his volley. So I know that he tends to return towards the two corners of the baselines. Sometimes he diversifies by doing some drop volleys, and that's not so easy to guess. Okay. Well, that was a good match to try and get a better total score. Yeah, this opponent is hitting hard. But hitting hard is one thing, hitting accurately is another thing. Alright, well, things are doing better. Cool, looking back. Things are going better since I put the bass-3 string on. That gives more impact to my two Leo's hands. So I was saying that I think that the bullseye challenge should exist at the same time than the weekly tournaments, during the days where players don't play the tournament. I have always received useful cards in the bullseye challenge best bags. So you know, the ones that you open when you have 300 or 320 points in. Maybe that I'm lucky, but I don't think so, because you know it's quite consistent. I receive very useful cards in those bags. So moreover, the bullseye challenge is fun to play too. So yeah, I would really love to see it come back. I don't know what you think about this challenge, but for me, I think it's missing somehow when I don't see it in a game. Alright, I start the match really bad here. So as far as I'm concerned, I have upgraded most of the cards that I wanted to. So clearly I don't play the tournaments now at challenger level to try and get useful cards anymore. So even if I get useless cards in the tournament's rewards bag, well, I wouldn't enjoy playing them at challenger level because, well, it's fun. I make this precision to reply to some subs, you know, asking me if I'm frustrated by the tournament's rewards. So my answer is not at all. I don't mind at all receiving useless cards because I don't play for them. I don't play to get them. And that's why I was talking about the Bonsai Challenge, because the rewards that you get in the Bonsai Challenge are most of the time, more interesting than the rewards that you get from the tournament's prize bag. So that's why I'm missing a bit the Bonsai Challenge. Plus, I say, as I said, it's fun. It's fun to play. The Bonsai Challenge is a good exercise for a good game, mini game, to test your accuracy and your ability to remember the pattern, the moving patterns of the bonsais. So that's fun. But honestly, even if I was still trying to upgrade my cards, I would not be unhappy if I receive useless cards in the tournament's prize bags. Why? Because I repeat, I enjoy playing the tournaments just for the pleasure of playing them, not for the prize. It's fun. It's fun to be able to play versus the other players outside of the tour matches. It's fun. It's another format. It's adding a bit. It's changing from the routine, and this is good for me. It's fun. So I don't bother at all. I don't mind if the rewards are not as good as I expected, because I'm not expecting them to be good anyway. That's better that way. Sometimes if you place your expectations too high, I think that it's the same thing in all sides of life, actually. I'm not here to talk about philosophy, but really, if you expect everything to be so good, to be cool with you, well, you will end up having a lot of disappointment. This is not the way I see life. I may have talked about that beforehand. I have crossed so many difficulties in life before getting better, I would say. Much better compared to when I was young, much younger. So you learn with difficulties of life not to expect too much of it. In everything. I have kept that habit, actually. So I put that in the games too. Of course, you still want to. I think it's better to expect other things, like to set a target. Like I want to enter top 100 first, and then top 50. After having faced a lot of, after getting used to the high level. So yeah, talking about this target, I want to do that before December. That I think that that's possible to get there if I practiced enough. Core red. Yeah, red is core red. He's a member of the group KOR. He has removed his core. In the word core in his name here, but so he's a very good volley player. Him and core blue. I haven't faced him, so why? Don't know. Maybe that I don't play at the same time. Okay. Well, let's try to score some points, but that will be very hard. Very hard. Yeah, unless he gives some points like that, that's cool. But well, I feel in the rematch. I feel that I need a rematch to improve the score of this one, because clearly it will not be easy at all to have a good score versus Yeah, cross-court shots don't work. Nothing works. And whenever I'm on the trajectory of the ball, the quick, I have no quick cash to return it. With the bass to string, is a forehand counter. Stamina Shin Tia 2 and critical, but no quick catch like I would have with the Mastermind. Yeah, I wish I may. Well, I don't know. Sometimes I'm saying to myself if I should take the Mastermind to have some quick catch, versus the volley players. But sometimes I'm saying that I should take the bass to string to have a chance to hit the critical and hurt them that way. Alright, well, I love that. When I see the Punisher God or the Siberian Wire versus me, that's perfect. I know that my opponent is going to deplete his stamina very fast if I just manage somehow to, not like here, to return the serve and then to engage him in some rallies. Here there's almost no rallies, but at least he has run. Okay. Yes, that is exactly what he needs to do. Yes, like that. I like when he catches the balls with a long catch and he tries to return it. That way he's depleting his stamina real fast. Okay. Yep. Could do a kind of drop return there. And when his stamina is lower, it's easier to hit aces. So that's cool. Nice serve. I have faced this opponent lately in Tour 7. He's playing with Kaito. Wow, was trying a drop serve. Doesn't work anyway. Yeah, well, soft drop serve. Whoops, I forgot to open some bags. So right now I have almost 500 Punisher Guts and Siberian Wire. For both of them, I mean. And, well, just can't use them, and it's really a pity. Remember the time when Punisher Gut and Siberian Wire were the kings of special strings, just behind the super special string. Well, those days were over. Okay, core red again. Let's believe in our chance. Let's go. White not. Let's try and do better. Okay. Some hard hits can hurt, definitely. So yeah. Whoops, wrong side. Whoops, not in the net neither, core red. So he had pity of me, probably, and gave me 2 points to start the match with. To put me a bit in confidence, I don't know. He was saying to himself, well, I can give him like 4 or 5 points, not a problem. I'm going to crush him anyway. Yeah, this is exactly the kind of volley that is very, very hard to counter, because generally you are already moving a bit in the court, trying to counter the drop volley, Whoops, not good. So this is exactly what you need to do, but you put the ball in the court, not out, not in the alley. So let's try 2-5. It's not too late. Yeah, starting by that forehand. Okay. Let's try it. Do another one. So you can see that it's a bit easier now. When Leo has seen his stamina lowered a bit. it's easier to hit passing shots or to put him in a difficult position to return his volleys a bit less efficiently. Yeah, it's easier. Of course, I had a critical on, but so that will be hard anyway, but at least I know that. Yeah, that's exactly the problem for volleyers when the match is lasting a bit longer than expected. Oh my, can't believe that the miracle happened. Well, so the last shot is not exactly in the book, but that worked. That worked somehow. Cool. Was lucky there. That makes one rematch less to play. Okay, well, let's play. Let's see. Take a look at Cortex. Tommy Kanda, obviously always excellent. He's really good. You know, some players are just good. There's nothing to say. Okay, let's play the first rematch. Wow, that's weird. A Leo, a super agile Leo, big forehand, a serve which is just decent. So this opponent knows how to swipe fast to hit fast serves with 48, but apparently he hasn't seen that the serve, even if you serve at 200 and something kilometers per hour, will be less efficient if you have a low serve stat. So I did try that in a lot of matches in one of the previous tournaments, and well, I was able to serve quite fast now and then, you know, a lot of serves above 200 kilometers per hour, but that doesn't change a lot. That they didn't give any aces because, well, my serve was only 40 something, 48 or 49, don't remember exactly, but now with 61 of serve, it's better. Yep, definitely better. And my two equally strong hands can help me to hit this kind of return. If that I could not play if I had a weak backhand. Yeah, of course he knows how to hit this very strong forehand, but well, trying to hit all the time very hard strong forehand, it's not going to pay. Well, unless you are Shoni or Fort Z, you know, the high serve, big forehand specialist. Well, they can hit that way, and the balls will go in most of the time. All right, let's play another match, the second rematch, because 61 is not enough at challenger level to qualify, of course. 400 gems. Iceman 925. Okay, I don't have much a hard time versus this opponent, whether it's in tournament or in tour matches. Let's try then. All right. Yeah, that's where two equally strong hands are quite useful. So if you have some ground stroke game, if you can hit well accurately enough, the ball, well, it's quite interesting to play with two equally strong hands. Alright. So that's cool. In this qualifying round, I didn't face so many baseliners. Having 75 agility, those are clearly the ones who put me in the most difficult position. But well, for the first one, the first opponent I met, that's a bit difficult to say because things couldn't have been different. I say could have been different. Only could. If I put the bastard string on, I think, because well, my shots wouldn't have much more power. And more precision thanks to the forehand counter. Alright, I placed 6th at the end of my qualifying round matches with a total score of 66. I'm not going to try again. This is enough to qualify, I think. After 12 matches, I had played 2 rematches to improve the total score and balance. It's the challenger level, and as you know, the competition is much harder than in the junior level. So with a tiny gap between the first rank and the 25th at the end, yeah, the gap is not very high at the end. Let's take a look at the different participants. So the highest total score possible is 70, of course. My balance is plus 21 at the end of my qualifying round. Well, I'm going to show you the lineup that I use with Leo in most of matches. I hope you enjoy watching me play the qualifying round of the Tokyo Open 2020 Bis, kind of second edition. In Tennis Clash, a sports game published by Wide Life Studios. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel Gameplay 65. Stay tuned for new videos of Tennis Clash. Thank you a lot for your support, and see you soon on Gameplay 65. Bye bye.